next step towards ultimate viewing experience. Mobile virtual reality powered by our Galaxy Note 4. This is our Samsung Gear VR Innovation Edition powered by Oculus.
Thank you. For me, where am I going? Where are you taking me?
Take a seat,
please have a seat.
Okay, safety first.
Yes.
We've designed Gear VR especially for innovative consumers and developers who, with the support of Samsung, will move virtual reality to the bold next new level.
So all you need to do is you put your Note 4 right in, like we did, and you put on the headset, just like you did, and now you're ready to go anywhere.
Now I'm seeing this for the first time, so I'm just going to describe. Hopefully there's something like what I'm seeing behind me. There's people here. Oh, you're now a woman in a tutu. Whoever said that voice. I've got a couple of acrobats in front of me, and it's like I'm in a theatre. It's like I'm there, because I can turn around now. All I'm watching is empty seats and back, and they're carrying on. I mean, it's incredible.
So what you're seeing is a 360-degree virtual reality just by turning your head.
It's keeping up with my movements as well. There's absolutely no lag. The screen is amazing.
So,
I mean, and the sparkles on his outfit.
As Rachel's almost there, we're going to have to take that off.
Take it off.
We might have to continue the show.
Back in the room.
Okay.
Thank you, Rachel.
So it's fabulous. I mean, there's so many hyperboles I could use, but can you tell us a bit about the hardware of the headset?
Of course. So that is silver-colored glass applied onto a white body. In addition to style, we designed the headset focusing on ergonomics and comfort, so nothing stands between you and the immersive experience. And because the Note 4 is housed inside the Gear VR, you get to have an untethered virtual reality.
Absolutely. I mean, it looks brilliant. I think you'll agree. It's so stylish. It wouldn't look out of place on something like a Daft Punk video. And VR is going to be used a lot by gamers, isn't it, who demand a smooth experience. And if I'm judging by my experience I just had, then you guys have nailed it.
Well, it's great. And of course, as you mentioned, in order for people to enjoy full VR content, the input has to be processed really smoothly without delay or any latency. So Samsung has applied the industry's top-notch super accuracy sensor into the Gear VR. It dramatically reduces the processing time to turn motion into pictures. And it processes at a tremendous speed of less than 20 milliseconds. At that rate, latency isn't noticed, so that you get that comfortably rich VR content delivered at industry-leading speeds.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly kept up with me. And rarely do you see something that you just know is the future of tech, that this is it. And I think I've already mentioned, but the Note 4 screen in here is absolutely incredible, because another thing that a VR headset must have is great picture quality, isn't it?
It sure is. And because even though there's no delay in processing content, the focus will be disrupted if the display resolution is low.
Yeah.
But that's not a problem with Gear VR, because we adopted Super Amoled, which is the key for providing Quad HD VR content at that amazing response time. With Gear VR, you'll be able to enjoy a high-resolution display with a 96-degree viewing angle, which is the equivalent of standing 2 meters away from a 175-inch mega screen.
Wow. So 2 meters away from 175 inches. You know, I don't actually have a wall in my flat that's 175 inches, so this is perfect for me. If I just take this now
Rachel,
and
that's
test
really
it back
nice to
at
know,
home.
but we'll be taking care of the Gear VR. Thank you.
Worth a try.
But of course, we didn't get there alone with this great capability. We had a great partner. Please welcome to the stage Chief Technology Officer of Oculus, John Carmack.
All right, I'm really excited to finally be able to talk about this. It's been a secret project for too long. So I've dedicated the last year of my life to making the best mobile VR system possible, and I'm really proud of what we've been able to accomplish so far. So a completely mobile VR is a magical thing. You can pick it up and take it with you. You can put it on and then turn completely 360 degrees in the virtual world. But it's a hard problem to do well, and we need to bring a lot of different technologies to bear on this. So one of the biggest ones is the Samsung Super AMOLED display. Unlike an LCD panel, which can take 10 or 20 milliseconds to change pixel state, the Super AMOLEDs can turn on and off almost instantly. This lets us light up a pixel and then turn it off a fraction of a frame later, which lets us kill motion blur. Now, these screens are such high resolution that there was a lot of skepticism about what level of graphics we would be able to render at the consistent rates necessary for virtual reality. But Samsung's gotten us very low-level access to the hardware platform here, and this has enabled us to develop an innovative software architecture that can continue to maintain smooth, accurate updates from the head tracking, even when the system is actually overloaded. So the critical path in virtual reality is the time that it takes from some motion of your head until the time that updated light from the display hits your eyes. This is the motion to photons latency. This starts with the sensor inside the head-mount display. Now, it's similar to what's inside the phones, but it updates at 5 times the rate, and it's calibrated to a much higher standard of accuracy. Now, unlike a typical touch event that winds through the system through all sorts of different layers, we have a custom kernel driver that our sensor talks to that then talks to our apps, cutting out a lot of middlemen along the way. Then our applications are run with a real-time scheduling priority. This means that if your email client decides to try to make an update in the middle while you're playing, it can't preempt the virtual reality threads, which is very important. We also have guaranteed clock rates, which is unusual in the mobile world, where clock rates are usually constantly fluctuated to optimize different things. But now developers can choose a specific rate and then optimize for it. Our graphics are being drawn with multiple context-prioritized GPU threads. This means that the main world can be drawn at variable rates, while a second higher priority thread is updating the screen in very quick response to the head tracking inputs. This is very, very important for our critical, closing that loop of how you move to what you see. Now, the drawing is done to a completely unbuffered window. There's no page flipping going on here. We're racing the raster, drawing just ahead of the scan that's pulling it out to the Super AMOLED display. And then the display turns on and then turns off again quickly to kill the motion blur. The photons jump off the screen, bend through the lenses, make their way to your eye, and hopefully you say, wow, this is really impressive. Now, this is just the beginning. We have active technology work going on in all the different aspects here, and we are expecting to make continuous improvements as we go forward. But this is really a landmark first step. So thank you.
John, before you go, we are absolutely delighted to have you here on stage, of course, and even more delighted to be taking that first landmark step in this technology with you. Finding great partners is a large part of making that progress. Together, Oculus and Samsung have created, we think, the best mobile virtual reality experience, and we're really looking forward to bringing it to market with you. John, thank you very much.
Oh, it's been a great partnership that's allowed us to make this possible.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. For me to get to try that on stage here today, because I really do love the Gear VR. And the educational possibilities are incredible as well. I mean, if you think about it, they're already training pilots using VR. So just think about the possibilities when we could all have the opportunity to have one of these devices in our own homes. They're limitless.
That's one of our hopes, Rich. Yet, even with all this cutting-edge hardware and software, in reality, if you will, consumers want, need, and deserve exciting content. So without the content, there really is no experience.
So we'll be offering you a virtual movie theater of your very own. The Oculus VR Cinema. Engaging virtual reality games and content you can enjoy in a full 360-degree experience. And just like the other Samsung products, we're investing in the mobile VR ecosystem to make sure that top-tier partners representing a wide range of brands develop great content in the areas of gaming, entertainment, experiential, and of course, education. Through ongoing cooperation, with Oculus and many other partners, we'll keep working to provide amazing content for the Samsung Gear VR.
Well, David and Rory, this really is a remarkable range of devices you've shared with us today. You can be